Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I gotta say, I am so excited to share this Twitch stream archive with everybody because easily it was one of my favorite streams because not only did I play Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS for the very first time, we talked about over 20 topics from World of Warcraft to Mario games to retro gaming as a whole to trading in games and regretting that whole process. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and consider following my Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/Mr. Player Juan. I played Super Mario 3D World for the first time last year, 2019. I love playing that game. It's just one of those games that I began playing. I took a break. I kept thinking about it. I didn't even know about this one. Honestly, did any of you in chat play Super Mario 3D Land? At least for me, it was one of those things that I saw the box art, but to me, I thought it was a new Super Mario Brothers. I thought it was like the other ones, the side-scrolling ones, and I don't love those all that much. So that's why I didn't even bother looking up gameplay. But then all of a sudden, I start looking up 3DS stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, so this is like 3D World, but on the 3DS, which makes sense. 3DS, 3D Land, right? Super Mario Land, who didn't love the Land games on the Game Boy? So I love the fact that they named it Land. It's just like a nice little throwback there. Okay, so we still have the save from the previous person that played the game. No, not again. Trying to see the capture delay so far. It feels pretty good for me. Soundtrack's definitely different from World on the Wii U. This one feels more kiddie. Although you know what I mean, right? It's a little bit more childish, not in a bad way. Okay. This feels really good. Man, how come more people don't talk about this game? Pretty damn good. They should port this, make it a smaller game or something for... There we go. Smaller game for the Switch or something. I'm surprised how cheap this game is. You can buy it still new for 20 bucks. I went to a local Walmart and they still had it brand new. So if you want to buy this game now, obviously your mileage may vary. What's that? A Goomba with a tail? What? I'm assuming this has some 3DS functionality. If I look here. Oh, look at the... Yeah. It runs very smooth. It's 30 frames, right? It doesn't feel slower. I thought, especially after playing World, I thought that this game was going to feel slower, but not something I'm feeling. Apparently this game's pretty short. I saw some playthroughs on YouTube be 4 hours long. So I'm assuming the average beat time for this is about 7 hours. I haven't looked it up yet though. But I hope that those that wanted to pre-order their PS5s and Xboxes, you were able to do so. Anybody in chat that's managed to do so, let me know, because even though I'm not thinking of getting one at launch, it's still nice just to know that people have wanted to, and then they actually do get it, the pre-order. Okay, this track is a lot more similar to the one we heard in World. Oh no! It's still weird, looking at the computer screen and holding and playing a 2DS in this case. Something about this feels wrong. Wait, I forgot how to do the longer jump. Just got this game today. Came in the mail, so I thought, why not play it? I really wanted to do an all-star stream, but it didn't arrive. This game was supposed to arrive yesterday, so Monday. It got delayed. It was in Puerto Rico already, so All Stars isn't also in Puerto Rico, but then Post Office is just delivering it tomorrow. I'm kind of happy in a way, I guess, that I haven't played this game before, because now it's I can play without pressure, you know? That's awesome. This is one of those games that I could 100% complete. Yeah, no, that's why I mean, you can never go wrong with Mario games, right? Like, it's the stereotypical answer of, like, favorite games, Mario. It's like, there's a reason they're pretty freaking good games, people, right? They're really fun to just beat, complete, get the stars. Like, I still need to do that with Odyssey, because I beat Odyssey, but, you know, I've read so many things that you can do afterwards. It's like a whole part of the game. Okay. Can I jump here? Ooh, ooh. Wow, that's a pathetic jump. Wow, that's pretty bad. What is a raid on Twitch? A raid is when somebody's usually ending their stream. They will raid somebody else. So that means that everybody that's in the live chat goes to the other person's channel. So if you have like 10 people in chat, Twitch automatically has all of us raid another channel. I get you. When I first didn't know what a raid was, like I thought of WoW and all that too. And I guess it's like the similar concept of a lot of people entering one place, right? So if you think about it, you're not wrong, except we're not killing anybody, right? It's like charge, like, oh, I thought raids were good. I am liking this game, people. Not like I was expecting otherwise, but it's good. It's good. Exactly, more dots. We need some more AoE. What's your DPS at, Tokinet? No! Now I can understand when 3D World came out why some people were just like, oh, it's like a port of, or not a port, but just a sequel to the 3DS game, which to me, I'm like, hey, I ain't got no problem with that. And how long ago was Leroy Jenkins, right? It's like 15 years at this point or something like that. Okay, you know what? You get to live. You get to live. I'm going to let that one live. Like, I was there, not literally there with Leroy, but I remember when Leroy Jenkins was a thing. Like, it was, like, that video was shared. I think I saw it live, or like the first time with like Ryan and Keith, as a matter of fact. Crazy, right, people? Time's flying by way too quickly. I don't like it. I don't like it. 2005. Oof. No. I refuse to believe it's been that long. I know it has been that long, but damn. No! I let that one live. Man, this game feels so good. And look at Mario rolling with style. They see me rolling. Oh, shit. Damn, Mario's got some legs. I mean, damn ankles though, right? I played World of Warcraft when it first came out. I didn't know what it was because it wasn't popular. It's just a new thing. I think the reason I played World of Warcraft was because I played EverQuest Online Adventures. I don't know if anybody else played that on PS2. I still have the box. And I had just heard that it's kind of like that. I also played like Final Fantasy XI on the PS2. I played Silk Road. Like, I was big into MMOs. Like, I never reached that top tier status of, like, you know, the raids and all that stuff. Because I was never about the raids. I just like walking around those worlds. Want to answer your question, I'm playing a demo of an indie game called Gestal, Steam, and Cinder. I had a coworker whose license plate was LFG. Wow. Just reading that takes me back. Like, remember when raids and like searching for a group was not automatic? You had to actually write it in chat and hope you got somebody. I miss that though. I miss that. Encountering demos on Steam is hard because there's so many games, right? So it's like, how did you find out about that? No! I forgot I can move this back. Damn it. Yeah, sometimes like looking for a group, you'd be stuck there for, well, like 40 minutes sometimes. I remember just us standing there doing literally nothing but waiting for somebody. I think that's why I was more often than not a healer. I've always been a healer. Even when I played Overwatch, I've just enjoyed being the healer. Like, being the one that keeps you alive makes me feel awesome. It's like, hey, if it were not up to me, you would not be here right now. I kind of love that. It's interesting for somebody to get back into WoW now, maybe. There's two versions of WoW because there's WoW Classic now, which when you subscribe, I don't know if it's 1-to-1 because I haven't played it yet, but it's a more faithful throwback to when WoW first came out. And then there's just like regular WoW, which is just, I mean, crazy at this point. Ryan writes, don't do it. To either version of WoW, because like I haven't finished listening to the later episodes since like Ryan and Keith literally talk about that this week. It's got to be interesting because I mean, Ryan and Keith, you've dedicated like over 700 hours to that game, probably, if not more. Yeah, it's why I love the concept of roleplay of MMOs in particular, but knowing how much time you have to pour in to get to that point, you know, like that point to where you feel like, oh, I can make the time for that. Oh, I only got one. Oh, okay, we got to go back to that. That was awful. Yeah, if you've never played it, I don't think it's worth getting into now. It's fueled now by pure nostalgia. I would love to know somebody playing WoW Classic now for the first time, not having played WoW back in the day. Because gaming, the pacing of gaming has changed so much. I don't see somebody, aside from pure nostalgia, going into that being like, "Oh, this is the good stuff." Okay, so we're gonna keep going, but I eventually got to go back to that other stage. 700 hours, OMG! I can't put in that many hours into a game. Like with a game like WoW, 700, as insane as it may seem, it's not. It's over a decade old. Came out in 2004, right? So, say you pour in 20 hours each year, and that's obviously like, I mean, an MMO 20 hours is like nothing, right? I've talked about Final Fantasy XIV and me being interested. Nicole actually started playing Final Fantasy XIV with Kingly and Haru recently. As much as I love the concept of how those games look, I am eventually going to play them here on stream, but not with the intent of actually like leveling up, maxing a character, but more so like, I just want to see what that is for a couple hours. Those are rookie numbers. Oh yeah, dude. Like, especially people that rate consistently. I don't even want to see those numbers, people. That's too scary. Kevin, what's going on, my friend? Happy Tuesday. The most amount of time I have put into a game is 125 into AC Odyssey. I knew this was being delivered, and I was working out outside of my home. Like I went into a building that I haven't been to in like 7 months today. But I knew that when I went home, there was going to be 2 more games waiting for me. And that, I was like a little kid, you know, waiting for class 10. Just kind of like, oh, I like what I'm doing for work, but I want to go home. I want to play damn video games, you know? So the 2 games I got are Super Mario 3D Land and The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. So 2 games for the 3DS. Now that I have this 2DS with a built-in capture card, I am very motivated to play more portable games. Plus now with the 3DS being discontinued, it's like the perfect time to be talking about this. So I do intend it is my first time. Like that's why, you know, those of you that check out my main channel, you know I love World. So playing this now, I'm like, dude, this is freaking good. But I do hope to work on a video talking about the 3DS very soon on the channel. Eberes Bosques writes, the other day I was looking at some Final Fantasy XIV gameplay and it looked really interesting. I may give that a try. Have you guys played it? Nicole started playing it last night. As far as I know, you can play that game for free up until like level 60 or something. So I don't exactly know how that works or what are the limitations, but still, it's like, it's worth giving it a shot. This is my favorite 3DS game. Nice. I'd be curious as to learn, like, what are some of the other pillars for 3DS? Because I played a lot of the DS, like regular DS, that I played quite a bit. But 3DS, I got it, like, my first 3DS was the new Nintendo 3DS XL, just to give you an idea, right? So I was a late bloomer into these. And even when I got it, it was because we were going to travel. So it was for a trip. And I only bought like the games I knew I would play for that trip, and I kind of stopped playing it. Right, that was probably a bad idea. But this is a different Bowser. Oh, is it like the... Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking like retro style here? Like, do I need to go to the end? Oh, wow. It is like the retro games. Huh. I was so used to the traditional 3D format of, you know, hit 3 times, you win. That's actually kind of nice. My first DS was the new 3DS non-XL. In hindsight, I wish I would not have gotten the XL, because even though I like the screen, it's a little heavy for me. Usually when I play a handheld, if I'm laying down or something, I'll kind of switch to the screen here. I'll kind of like hold it like this, you know? Like if I'm like chilling. But then because the XL is a little beefy, after a while, it's like when you can feel that you're holding it, you know what I mean, right? It kind of just like makes you want to stop playing. What I love about this 2DS that I'm using is that, this is the charging cable, this is the video out, is that it doesn't weigh a damn thing. Like I'm holding a controller, but I'm not thinking about, ooh, this is a heavy thing. And that to me is something that I always felt like I played with my my 3DS XL the other day, and I was like, oof, yeah, this was a bad idea. But so many people said, oh, you got to get yourself the bigger screen. Wow, that was bad. My first 3DS was the 2DS, but it was to play Pokemon X when it came out. Man, honestly, I think the 2DS design is better than the 3DS. And as far as the screens, I like how it looks. Like just the fact that it's like a flat surface, it's ugly AF, generally speaking, the design, but functionally, I think it works even better than the 3DS. Did you know there's a crystal red version of that 2DS, like transparent? Ooh, I did not know that. Man, I love transparent everything. Like I've mentioned before, one of the PlayStation 2 controllers that I want to buy eventually, because I used to own it, is a translucent dark blue controller for the PS2. It's like, I don't need it because I have a PS2 controller, but I want it because it's the style, the model that I had growing up. You know, like, man, I think I need that to fill my soul with like a satisfaction, right? Oh, we missed one. Okay, we're not doing great. I got to be more conscious about that. Do you have a copy of 3D All-Stars yet? Still waiting on my pre-order. It was supposed to arrive today, so I'm a bit upset about that. It's arriving tomorrow. So I'm excited to play that. That's what it's like. I had kind of said on the Discord. Like, remember, we do have the Cast of the Past Discord. There's a PlayerJuan channel there, so exclamation Discord for the deets. But because I had mentioned that I was so sure All-Stars was going to arrive today that I didn't even bother having a plan B. All of a sudden, I see it was delayed, so I'm like, well, if I can't play one Mario game, I guess I'll play the other, right? And in hindsight, I think it was a good idea, because I think everybody's like playing All-Stars now. I'm like the one person on Twitch right now that's doing this, which there's like a marathon runner playing this way better than I ever can, right? But I saw a lot of people getting it late on Amazon, yet on Walmart, apparently there's like a lot of copies. Because I know a couple of people on the Discord got it today, like Ryan got his copy today. You know, the scary question is, my wife got it digitally for her Switch. I'm getting it physically for mine. But I don't know if I eventually also want to get the digital version, even though like it's like $120 for those games, right? So that's like way too much combined. But knowing that it's not going to be available afterwards, I'm kind of like, ooh, what's going to happen here? So I don't know. I just don't like that scenario at all, right? I'm going to keep mine sealed until after they make it not available in case the price skyrockets. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, and it makes sense. It's like they'll get the physical copy to have it, and then they'll actually play the digital version, which I think is like the best option, right? Maybe the best way to go about it. But yeah, I can see why everybody likes this game. What are you using to capture this? It is a modified 2DS XL sent to me by Ryan McNulty. So you can see on the back here, it's completely modified. I don't think you can even buy this anymore. like the person that was doing this shut down, and this plugs in. You can see it's just like a USB out, and I have to use an app for it, and then I take that app and the image and I put that into OBS, which is what I use to record and all that stuff. So what I like is that, you can emulate, and that's always the option, and you can make this look a hell of a lot better than how it looks. But especially for games I haven't played before, like if I played a game before, I don't mind emulating it because I can make it look better, but I know how it looked, right, when it first came out. But I like having my first experience be as real as possible, right, as like a vanilla as possible. Which, speaking of vanilla, I got some new ice cream today for, I don't know how I'm making that transition, but it's for Saturday. I bought it today, though. Bluebell ice cream, because it's hard to find here. Like, I don't have a large collection of DS and 3DS games. I don't think I even have 20 games. I showed my collection on a previous stream, and I was like, yeah, that's not a lot. So I'm trying to have, like, ideally, I would like to own the greatest hits of, like, the 3DS, right? You can almost ask me if I played a game, and the answer will probably be no. I'm trying to think right now of, like, what are the other games that I know I don't have, but it's like, I can't even think of it. I feel dumb, but I don't know where to go. Huh? People, how do you get stuck in a Mario game? Where do I go? Oh my goodness, no, I overshot that. By the way, keep an eye out because I want to do another Retro Read stream soon. And when I do that stream, I will be recording it for the main channel. If anybody wants to just be like actively be part of the conversation. I did one Retro Read stream before, which for those that were not here, basically what I do is I have a top-down camera, and in addition to this one, and we take a look at an old gaming magazine, and we go like check out some trailers on YouTube if we see a game that we hadn't heard about or something. But it's just like a nice trip down memory lane. Oh! Wow. I can only feel Eaton shaking his head, be like, "This is the streamer, like this is the choice I made. I could watch literally anybody, but this is the choice that I made." Oof! Wow. Well, that build up led to nothing. Nothing. Did they feel bad for me? It's like a Juan, you were doing pretty bad that stage. You may want to just take a break here. I got to find out, like, what year did this game come out versus... I realize I have the boxes. I can clarify this information. So this game came out in 2011, and 3D World came out in 2013. Okay, so 2-year difference between... There we go. 3D Land, 2011, 3D World. Holy crap, this game's... My goodness, this game's almost a decade old. What the? No, I refuse to accept this. I refuse to accept this information, people. Hell no. My favorite 3DS games are Kirby Planet, Robobot, Sonic Lost World, A Link Between Worlds, and Codename Steam. I actually got Codename Steam for $1. I saw it at Walmart last week for $1, and I friggin' got it brand new sealed. So I'm very happy you mentioned that because I haven't played it yet. So... I'm probably going to do a Let's Play video, just like as a first time thing, maybe not necessarily on stream. Also, people, how come I am struggling so hard to get those coins? Okay, let's try to get all 3 on this stage. Is Sonic Lost World the same on 3DS as it is on other versions? Or is it like a portable version? Can't talk, can't play, apparently. It's like a strategy game from what I can see. Like, I know nothing about Codename Steam. Simi, ¿qué está pasando? Thank you so much for stopping by. How you doing, my friend? And I gotta keep playing some more Among Us. I played a little bit last week on Nicole's stream, and I enjoyed it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand at the beginning. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what is this? But once it clicks, it's like, ooh... One more dish. I don't want to die. No. Okay. We did it, people. We did it. Come on, give me a good jump. Finally! Finally, people, a decent jump. How many coins do we get? I totally said, like, let's pay attention to that. I only got one. Okay, we are doing that damn stage again. I can't keep doing this. I started off just fine, and now I'm just, like, missing every single coin. And I know eventually you need some more to progress to some stages, right? So, yeah, Gooba's trying to take over the world, man. Okay, let's try this again. So we already got that one. What about here? Like, what? I hadn't gone here before. 30. Okay, what about 30? Can I reach those? There we go. I'm very happy, by the way, that Hades is doing awesome. Like, Hades has apparently already sold over like 1 million copies or something insane like that, and it just came out officially. Okay, I can't even make that jump. Okay, I guess I need to use the flying ability there, yeah. But Hades is an awesome game that Nicole and I got on day one on the Epic Game Store when it was early access, and now it's out on... When the game gives you this, you know you're doing bad. Where are the damn coins, people? I don't see no damn coins. Oh, there's a little something there. Okay. That is the second coin. I appreciate that it shows you the order. Ooh, wait a minute. It just lit the way to... Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't do more with this game. Like, even like a budget price thing, you know? Juan, please help me. Uh-oh. Keith, what? Keith, what did you do with the body? We talked about this, Keith. You're a good person, man. You're a good person, Keith. I can't stop playing Hades. Dude, it's good. It's like the combination of gameplay and graphics and the music and the style, like, right? It kind of just makes you want to keep going and going and going and going. It's scary. I knew it was a great game, but you feel like such a badass while playing it, especially when you do the dashing abilities and everything. So I get you, man. I get you. Which version are you playing on Switch? PC? Ooh. We got Mario nipples. They should have placed that differently, people. I mean, there's something questionable about this. Or am I the only person thinking that? It's like... Okay, you gotta press on Mario's nipples. There we go. Press the nipples. Now we keep going. I know they're buttons, but no, actually, no. To counter your argument, check this out. Check out the color of the face. Check out the color of the arms. Now, check out the color of where those buttons are, my friend. Think about that. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, I get that they're going for the overalls, but why is that skin colored? I got questions. I just got Hades right now. Nice. Hey, you will not regret it. I mean, if you value time, you may regret it. But, I mean, it's a freaking awesome game. It is worth your time. Yeah, this is the Mario Nip stage. It shall be referred to from now on. You getting the PS5 or X? Not at launch. Like, I think eventually I'll get it for the sake of mainly the PS5 for possible exclusives, especially because it's like Nicole has played a lot of the Sony exclusives. So, like, I know for a fact when the new God of War comes out eventually, we'll get it because she played the other one and loved it. So, will it be a thing we get next year without question? The Xbox to me is difficult because it's like I have the Xbox One X and I have my PC. I don't really have a reason to get that, right? Considering I just got my computer upgraded and all that stuff, I just don't see why. It's a big deal though. I mean, Bethesda being bought out by Microsoft, I mean, that in itself is a conversation worth having, right? Oh, this is cool. I love that the entire stage is like a throwback. Good stuff. I was thinking of spending $14 for Resident Evil Revelation 2 on Switch. I haven't played 2. I've seen a lot of gameplay. It's very action-oriented, so I think it may be up your alley, Kevin, based on the things I know you like to play. It's got a horde mode. I don't know how the Switch version runs, but for $14, I mean, I do think it's worth trying out. I didn't get a single coin. What is wrong with me? Oh, right, that's based on the jumping. I'm like, man, that's annoying. Forgot about that. Here's a question. It's always like a debatable question. Oh, this is like a good video idea too, which is, where do you all stand? Is it 2D or 3D Mario games? Because for me, as much as I appreciate the 2D games, I think I'm mainly about the 3D. Especially like I've recently beaten World, I've gone back to 3, but I think I prefer the style of the 3D, there we go, 3D games more. It took 4 years to come to PC. The original came out in 2017. Damn, yeah, 2017. I would call this an obscure Mario game because, like, realistically, do all of you hear people talk about Super Mario 3D Land? I mean, even World, because of the Wii U, you don't hear a lot of people talk about. So there's a lot of people that is going to be their first time playing World, which is kind of weird. Because some people may be thinking, oh, World's just an Odyssey ripoff. And it's like, no, Odyssey took those ideas from World, which took those ideas from Land. So in many ways, it's like these 3D Mario games, I mentioned it while I play World, which is why I love it. The reason I love these is because they take the 2D Mario games and make it 3D. Whereas I feel like the other Mario games were just so obviously 3D. But this one, it carries the feel of the 2D ones. And that's what I love about them. No! No! I'm like, I saw the damn thing. No! No, I jumped too late. No! Come on. I grew up on 2D games, but I love 3D platformers. Same thing, it's like technically when I grew up, 2D games were still the rage, but I just like the 3D format of these games. Yeah, I get the whole grinding part of those games. I mean, I'm going to have that, because I'm assuming this game, you also need to grind to get to the final boss, and all of you that have seen this stream, you know I'm not doing great at collecting stars or coins or whatever, so... You play Microsoft Sim yet? No, I've seen videos though, and damn, that looks impressive. Like, my computer should be able to run that beautifully. I'm just intimidated by those games. But damn, it's like really, really good. I've never played a flight sim, but I've always known people that were hooked on. Like, I remember there was this older man, when I was a kid, he was like a security guard, I think it was, at one of the places my mother worked. And he didn't consider himself a gamer, but hey, he had a PC with Microsoft Flight Simulator with like a really fancy stick. And like, he showed me his setup. Like, he tried to like recreate, a flight environment. And I'm like, man, that's pretty freaking cool. No! Why am I bad at games? I get along with games, but they don't get along with me. Yeah, I need to resubscribe eventually to Game Pass to do some more coverage. Like, I'm just not subscribed right now because I have so many damn games. So I was just like, man, I spent like I think it was like 2 months of Game Pass where I just wasn't playing it because I had such a backlog, and I still do, right? Honestly, the Genesis Mini is good enough for me. That's a great collection. Oh yeah, because Kevin was talking about that Sega collection on sale. Yeah, I gotta go back to that. I was actually trying out, you know how I got that 8-bit Do controller? I can't get it working on PC, and it really frustrates me because it's one of the main reasons why I bought it. So in hindsight, I should have gone Retrobit, because that's what a lot of people told me. But thing is, I've seen people use it on PC. I read tutorials and all that, and I plug in the dongle, I do everything I should have to do, and I understand don't waste money on subscriptions if you don't use it. Same for Netflix. Which, speaking of Netflix, people, I mean, Cobra Kai, I am obsessed with that series. I'm at the 2nd season now. Man, that series, like, I am partially late on playing certain games and working on certain videos, because it's like I could be working on a video or I could be watching an episode of Cobra Kai. Decisions have to be made, people. What's it about Karate Kid sequel? Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's all of the original cast, with the exception of Mr. Miyagi, because the actor passed away, but he's referenced in the series. And it's them, like, in this age with, like, their kids and all of that stuff, and bringing back old rivalries. But because it's characters from, like, the 70s and 80s and their time period, the series is, like, their favorite music is, you know, like AC/DC and all of that stuff. So it's just like so freaking good. And the editing style is modern, but they're not afraid to do like the 80s montages and all that stuff. And it's just, so freaking good. So far though, this game top notch, my friends. And I have a feeling that 3DS collecting is going to go up, especially next year. Like, once you can't buy a 3DS, it's gonna go up, people. So that's why I'm hoping this year to buy any must-have 3DS game. I'm hoping to buy it this year. Since September 17th, Game Pass is 10. Oh, okay, yeah, so they've already upped the price on PC, because it was like, they've always said it was going to go up, so some people were upset, but even at launch, they said, hey, like, this is an introductory price. Ooh, we got some classic Mario music. Man, I forgot, like, that I'm using the 2DS. I'm just holding this like a controller at this point. It's so cool that I've been able to just play this on using the OBS screen, and so far it's good. And if I do bad, I can just blame it on that. I can't lose, people. And seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with me, especially on a random Tuesday, partially unannounced stream, but we still get to have ourselves a pretty good time. So really, thank you so much. I think I'm going to jump off because I have a feeling, unless that was the first coin. I was like, oh, I probably missed a coin. I think that was the first one. Awesome. Yeah, I still got to keep watching that series, Schitt's Creek. Nicole and I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to going back and watching that. It's like, I realized I'm a lot more of a series person than a movie person. Lots of shows from HBO want to watch last weekend. Man, I would like to get HBO, but I cannot see myself paying that membership. We have almost all of the services because we have some family plans. So, like, you know, our family's involved or friends. And Nicole in particular, she loves watching a lot of stuff. And I'm starting again because, like, for a while, I'll be honest, like, I was not consuming any of that. Yeah, I love the different premise and the pacing. Schitt's Creek is so different. But that's why I like it. Kid 2. Oh, we got all 3. You know what I realized? Like, I forget that on screen, like, literally below me is the second screen. I keep looking down here to look at the coins. It's like, Juan, they're literally below you. But Cobra Kai, to me, is like my kind of series. The pacing, the tone. I can't believe Disney tried to get people to pay an extra $30 on top of their sub to watch Mulan. If they made it $30, but you didn't need to be subscribed, then I'd be like, it makes sense, right? Because it's like you're not subscribed, so they get some money out of you. But to do that on top of that, and it's like, yeah, like, it'll be free to Disney members on December 4th, but here's the thing. It's like, if you care about spoilers, I mean, the odds of you reading some kind of spoilers from here till then is so much, right? Like, Mulan wasn't something that I really cared for, so I'm like, I am not a fan of live-action remakes. So that, to me, was not an issue, but it's like this year, you know, among the interesting things about 2020 is like film releases will change forever, probably, because I can't even imagine how much, you know, money they've lost because of what's happening. You got to commend some companies that have tried to get creative, because, like, I mean, some movies have become like they have no release date, right? Because they're just like waiting for this to end, but others are taking that Mulan route or just video on demand. As somebody that doesn't like to go to the movies, I love watching movies and series, but I don't like going to the movie theater. This is like the best time for me, right? For that type of stuff, because it's like, oh, great. I didn't like going anyway. Yeah, I read that they took some creative paths with Mulan, and I have seen a lot of people not exactly like the approach they took. Someone leaked that Mulan would be free. Oh, right. Yeah. It was originally a good point. It was not announced initially. And then that's why I think Disney started to like use it as an incentive. It's like, hey, you can spend money now. But I just thought it was a weird tactic. It's like at that point, Disney Plus is so new, I would almost take that loss. I mean, Disney has money, right? Disney has money. Or they could have done, or here's the thing that they could have done, almost like, hey, get 6 months of Disney Plus and you get to watch Mulan. That would be different, right? Because it's like, maybe you're spending more because it'd be like $60 or something like that. But it's like, hey, you're paying 6 months of Disney Plus and you're getting this as a result. Rather than you're spending 30, those 30 will be lost because come December 4th, you were going to get this anyway. So you just wasted $30. Which, I mean, going to the movies is like not cheap. Here in Puerto Rico, it's not too expensive. But I remember when I went to the movie theater with Nicole, it was like $17.50 a person. I'm like, what the hell? Like our tickets are like $9, $10 on average. When I saw $17.50, I'm like, what in the hell is that? By the way, seriously, thank you so much. Like, game aside, I've loved these random conversations that we've had. It's why I enjoy streaming. You know, Kevin's like the first one to point this out. It's like the game is an excuse to just chat with everybody. So thank you so much. Companies don't know what's going to happen, right? Disney Plus just came out at a weird point. Juan, you were saying in the future you will start like a video cast to talk about topics. Would it be something like we're all doing right now? Yeah, pretty much. The different approach would be that I would... Whoa, there we go. The different approach would be that I would have like 2 to 3 topics that I know I'm going to cover. Even on the Discord, for example, I would be like, hey, this Sunday, I'm going to bring this up, because that way it's like people can go into the stream and be ready to talk about this, because it's not just going to be about me talking and everybody listening. Like I would like this, like basically what's happening now in terms of interaction. But then that version, it would actually go up on the main channel the day after. Oh, no. Okay. Saved it. What I'm intrigued by is that visually this game looks just, or I guess I should say Super Mario 3D World looks unbelievably similar to this game. Yeah, because keep in mind, Poner, this is 3DS. Like, this is not a Wii U game, right? But how the hell do we... Gotta put those emotes to good use. No. Okay, so I guess I gotta do this. Oh, wait a minute. How do I get up there? I gotta play some more Captain Toad. I started playing that and I enjoyed it. It's just, I'll be honest, I just stopped playing it. No actual reason. Maybe I need the Tanuki suit. I don't think I can get to that star that I was talking about from here. Yeah, look at that. Like, I'm already at the end. Mario is video game comfort food. They just make you feel nice and bubbly on the inside, right? Except Mario Sunshine, am I the only one that didn't really adore that game? That's the one I'm afraid to play in the 3D All-Stars, because I actually bought that game at launch with the strategy guide, and I dropped hard from it. I didn't like the water mechanic and all that. Did not care for it. I'm afraid that I'll feel similar now. Yeah, and there's people that love the water mechanic, and hey, you know, more power to them. For me, I don't know, just something about it. And I love the music in Sunshine. I'll say that. I really love the music. I mean, I gotta say, this game looks really good for 3DS. Because, you know, 3DS games have those really, like, jaggy edges. They have no anti-aliasing. And this game doesn't either. But because of the way it's designed, I think it, like, kind of... I think it just kind of, like, works just good. Like, so this game in emulation has to look freaking amazing, though. I forget I'm playing a mobile game. And usually it's very obvious. when you're playing a mobile game. Here, I'm like, okay, world looks a lot better. The world looks freaking beautiful on Wii U, but I'm not looking at this going like, oof. Something I really want to get into next year is GBA coverage, so I hope everybody's looking forward to that, whether it be on streams or the channel, whether it be the gameplay channel or the main one. My GBA coverage is going to be, you brought up Easterland, now I'm surfing to see what retro games I can find. Okay, Ryan, the scary thing is the price drop section, do not go there. Definitely don't go there every day to check out the price drops. The problem with Wii U is that I am down to games that usually cost $20, and that to me is... Okay, Ryan has a freaking problem. When you go out of your way to buy Link's crossbow training, you need... Ryan, you were the one that last year... I feel like this was a little different. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like last year it was me doing these conversations, having them, and then like it's Ryan. That's how you. Oh my brother, justify. Like that's what we do, man. We go all Reverend Devon and we justify things, man. You can't do that. As I justify buying 3DS games, it's like if anything, like you're guilty of this, right? By you sending me this, you opened up the gates, man. You opened up the gates. It's like, well, now I can stream and record 3DS games, so I have to buy it, right? I have to buy the games. So that was my awesome session playing Super Mario 3D Land for the very first time. But I gotta say, my favorite thing wasn't playing the game, even though it was an awesome game. It really was the random topics that we get to playing on Twitch. That's why, even though I love doing the Let's Play videos, I love doing deep dive discussions on the main channel, there's something special about heading over to Twitch and maybe you put a game on there, but you never know who's going to stumble in chat and what conversations are going to spiral out of that. And that to me is maybe my favorite part of streaming. So in addition to subscribing here, please consider following at twitch.tv/MrPlayerJuan. So maybe in the future, you can be part of one of these videos that we can just share this with the world for somebody that's not just looking for a basic gameplay session. They really want to be able to just connect, laugh, have a great time. They can have that with all of us. So up until next time, thank you for watching and supporting, and take care, everybody.